literally is no pressure. I'm your host, Bangum Bug.
Yes, sir.
And we got a repeat guest. The Kowboi.
Kowboi, baby.
So, I recently seen you started like a podcast / show on your Instagram. Right. So, kind of tell me about it and what inspired like you to do it.
Just doing something different. Change. I always wanted to do a podcast per se. So I wanted to, just release the pressure and keep going, and make something happen this year. Take them steps no matter if I knew what I was doing or not knowing what I was doing, just to do it. And every week I'm learning something new, and at the same time I'm learning and growing at the same time while I'm spreading knowledge and giving out jewels. Yeah.
Okay, so so what's your plans for the show? Like, are you gonna try to get to a location, or basically, or you just just giving people the insight on like what you got on your mind all the time?
No, I definitely wanna grow it, like get to this level type stuff. You know what I mean? Definitely build me a little. I'm moving locations now, my studio to a bigger place right now, so I can have the capacity or the space to be able to have me a podcast room where I can, get the mics and stuff and paint it and put whatever in it and have a legit podcast room. Not only that, the studio room and a photography room or whatever else I may need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna start it off. A risk you took that kind of like totally changed your life for the good, and like one for good and one for bad.
A risk.
Yeah.
Wow, you asking questions now. I wasn't prepared for that one. A risk, I guess, is like me going out and being on my own as far as an entrepreneur. Since I've been young, since out of high school, I always never knew I didn't. Ain't nothing wrong with working for somebody, but I just felt like I always wanted my own. I wanted to do my own. I have my own business. I ain't like people looking over me and asking me where I'm at. I wanted to come and go as I please type thing. So, being my own entrepreneur and pursuing business and different aspects of the business and learning and stuff, that's changed my life also for the good, to be able to have that freedom. But on the flip side of it, you working long hours, you dealing with this, you dealing with that. It's always a up and down, a scale to it. So it's just, for me, that's been a positive aspect of my life, and I'm glad I did that at a young age, because I feel like some people should try, like everybody should try to be their own business owner. I believe everybody should have some type of business to make a side hustle or whatnot, And I think, that's been one of my greatest risks that I've took in my life that I can come off the top of my head right now, because that's a question I wasn't prepared for. So, yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, so give me like a good gem you may have gotten like from like a total stranger and from somebody you know.
Okay, I just said this yesterday when I was recording. If something happened and make it throw you off, and you get mad about it or disappointed or doubtful, don't ponder over it more than 5 minutes if it ain't gonna matter in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Use that 5 minutes, be angry, feel them emotions, be doubtful, depressed, whatever you may feel, but if it ain't gonna matter 5 years from now, then don't worry about it after that. Let it go. So that's from a completely, stranger, and from people that I may know. It's like I get jewels every day, so it's just like one is just like, even in boy right here, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. You know what I mean? So that's where we at with that one. Yeah.
That's what's up. Mine was I used to work with this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to run teams, and he told me, because I used to work like 6 days a week, and he said, man, I know you like to work, but he said, look, I'm in my 40s and I never really got to enjoy my life. So if you don't have to work like that,
right.
Take time, enjoy your life, take a walk, go to the movies. He said, all that money I made, I don't even have it now. And I look back and I didn't enjoy my life. So if you ain't got to work like that, don't. So
right.
That was a good jam for me. So if I ain't really gotta do that, all them hours like that, I try to take time out and just kind of relax and enjoy. You get what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that because it's a gym too. I can't remember where I got it from. I might have came up with it myself. It's because I repeat it all the time. It's don't work to live. I mean, live to work, work to live. You know what I mean? So you putting all them hours in to work, you don't have a life. So you need to work to live and not live to work. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to get to a point. I wish I could do this full time. Like that's kind of like
Right.
one of my goals because I see like a lot of podcasts. They making big money, like monthly. Like they making six figures. So I want to get it to where like I could just do something I actually enjoy. Because I mean, I do this pretty much for free. And I like it, so I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? I might get somebody who pay here and there, but probably like 80%, 90% of the interviews I do is for free. So I mean I like to, keep content coming. So that's why I don't really be on nobody about like, oh, you gotta pay me. But you know what I'm saying? If people want to donate or whatever, hey, go ahead. So I guess we're gonna get into some topics on the internet. And one of them was a worker at Jack in the Box in Sacramento, California. They on strike after a pregnant woman was told she had to finish her shift despite the fact that she was threatened at gunpoint while she was on the job. So I guess kind of give me like maybe like a horrible situation you might have had on the job and you had to keep doing it or like keep working through it.
I ain't never had that situation.
No tough situation. Not even like an angry customer or nothing. Like you.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with the territory when you're dealing with customers and stuff like that. As far as being a business owner and dealing with customers, you got to learn to be a people person. Not everybody's gonna be how you expect them to be. Not every customer's gonna be happy-go-lucky. And most of the times, the ones that give you the hard time, that's where you make your most money, really. You know what I'm saying? You do get the customers that work with you, and and you get easy money. But sometimes like for example, I did a customer last week. Because I got a construction business too. We do work, and he just real picky and real, trying to tell us how to do our job. He called us, to come do the job. So now he trying to tell us how to do the job. It just got real aggravating as a contractor dealing with a customer. But I had patience with him. I understood what he was saying. He was an older fella, so I had that patience with him. We got through the job, we got paid. And at the end of the day, we learned something from each other. And for me, it was just more patience with dealing with the customer. For him, he was more happier because I didn't, force things on him or, act like his opinion wasn't important. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I mean, like, how does that work? Like, is it something specific? He wants something cutter? Like, how does that work?
I mean, it was just like, the way people do things today is not necessarily did it back in the day. Every day something's being, a way to do things is being
modified to do better.
Quicker and better and faster. And he wasn't, the way we was doing it, he ain't never seen it like that, but that's how we've been doing it. And for him it was new. For us it was just the same old thing. So that barrier is something we had to work through because he didn't know that it could be done or it was that people have been doing it because he hadn't seen nobody probably do the job like a tile job in 20 years. And every day, especially in construction and technology and all that, something's being innovated, newer ways, people are coming up with faster, ways to handle things and put things together, and coming out with new, different types of materials and stuff that work better with, the job that you're doing. You don't have to use this glue, you can use this new glue that they made. People they just don't understand that. And I get that. So it's a more of being an understanding person, and having empathy, no matter what you're doing or where you at in life.
Okay, so we're gonna get to the baby. Rolling Stone, they dug up the footage. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
You seen it? So they dug up the footage and basically he looked like the aggressor, but I mean, they didn't show the angle from the aisle, plus you can't hear what they saying. So, I mean, in the video, it do make him look kind of bad, but you don't ever know what they saying to him because he could have threatened to kill him. He could have pulled out the gun in the aisle. But all they showing is him like basically rushing the guy. So kind of like tell your thoughts on what you think about the video.
Man, you know me, I like to stay out of things. But since you asked, like the people, they already seen it. You know, I mean that's 2018. He done went to trial. He done been, you know, freed from that. You know, so I mean, whatever we seen, you know, the police done seen that. So it's like it's something that we don't know. It's two sides to the story here. It's a part that's missing because he's free and that video's out. And yeah, in the video it does look like he's an aggressor, but at the end of the day, you can't see what's going on that flip side over there. You don't know what happened over there. Like I said, there's two sides to every story. So just going off that, you can't really be the judge of that, you know. So for me, I just kind of like stay out of shit like that, to be honest with you, because it's like you don't know, you know. So it's just best to mind my business.
I mean, I thought about like they gonna try to like make you put in the media like a pattern of bad behavior. That's what I was thinking because they got a video where he punched like some security guard or something, and then he recently shot somebody who crossed the barrier, his property line.
Right.
So and then that video. So I guess maybe if some more incidents come up, they gonna try to like put him in jail and lock him up for something. That's what I was thinking because. You know, he went through trial and all that, and he made it through it. So hopefully he kind of calmed down because he gonna be under a scope more.
I think just like when you're in that position, especially with all this fame and stuff, like you are on a scope. But I mean, people are watching him because cameras on him, but don't mean Billy Bob over here ain't doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Smacking people, or, you know, and they ain't worried about Billy. They just worried about him because all the cameras is on him. You know what I mean? They just need to leave him alone, live his life, because we all human at the end of the day. We're not going to be perfect, and a lot of us don't want to be messed with, you know? And then sometimes you gotta, you know, you don't have to always, you know, push the envelope, but sometimes people put it where you gotta set the, you know, you gotta don't mess with me type thing. Get that vibe off, because if you don't, people will just push you around and treat you and talk to you any type of way, you know. So it's just like I understand where he's coming from. At the same time, I see how the media is trying to portray it, like, you know, he might be some type of bad guy with an anger problem, but I mean, it is what it is.
And I think too, like once you have that certain celebrity, like you need people who actually are like designated as security, and you supposed to have people who look like they not with you, who gonna react once you get into some shit, and you might just have to do like that, and they know what time it is, so he won't be getting into so much shit to where he looking like he like bad all the time. So when it start, if he was doing it and all you see is like videos of him, like people just fucking with him, and he just walking off, but them people who know what they supposed to be doing, it'll make him look better in the media instead of him going off and making him look like he's some type of maniac.
Right.
Okay, where we gonna go? Okay, it say 2 men in Atlanta were arrested after they kidnapped a woman at a gas station after she rejected them. So I guess give me your thoughts of that and kind of tell me like if you ever had like a bad response to a girl rejecting you.
I mean, most of the time I'm like, okay, you know, I don't really like react like that. I mean, they threw it in the trunk. They must have, I mean, they don't know, they ain't never been on the Peachtree Street or something. It ain't that serious. I mean, there's plenty of women out here now. I mean, they must have, I don't know, I feel like it might have been more to the story that they ain't letting people know about, you know, just because I feel like they might have known her or something or seen her before. But, you know, and people are crazy. They do stuff like that every day. So, you know, women, be safe out there. You know, watch yourself, because an emotional man would do some crazy things.
I always say, too, like, it's good to reject a guy nicely, because some women, like, they'll turn up and try to embarrass you. Okay, you got a story of a girl, like, trying to embarrass you because you tried to talk to her?
Most of the time when women do that, they testing you anyway to see if you're going to get angry or whatever. That's, you know, usually if you hold off from that, you'll come to find that you do have an attraction with a woman. Like the woman, she really has an attraction with you, especially when a man can hold his emotions back. Women love that. You know, it's like, especially if they snap, because a lot of women do that. They text you off the rip, you know, and when they realize you're not gonna be moved or wavered, it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested. Why is he like that type thing? And I had to come to learn that myself because, you know, it's been a lot of times like I had to know, like women are hard to understand. You know what I mean? Like, so you have to study, like, you know, us men, we're driven off sight, but women are more driven off of emotions. And you know, once you understand that and put two and two together, you can move through life and be more successful in, you know, the relationship area.
Okay, where we gonna go next? Okay, a Long Island man was arrested for allegedly shooting a 14-year-old because basically he did the ring the doorbell and ditch game, like
Yeah,
as a prank.
I seen that.
So I don't know if you got any like childhood memories of like a prank going bad or like anything ever like went wrong when y'all was just joking around.
Yeah, I probably do, but I done smoked so much weed and stuff, man. I don't.
That's what's up. Yeah, I remember playing that game. The worst thing I would see would be like they'll find out where you stayed and come tell your mama. Like
Right.
that's the worst thing I seen like growing up doing that game. Okay, okay, what's the worst argument you had with your mom and like what was it over?
Man, I don't know what it was over, but I remember as when I was a child. I don't know what I was at home and my mom was there. I think my sister. Nah, she had already been born. But I remember. All I remember is going in my room and saying I was crying, and I said I don't love you or something like that. When I slammed the door, I remember that distinctively all these years, and I don't know why. But and then I remember her waiting a second and coming in there because usually she'll whoop me or something with a belt. I got whooped with a belt. My daddy, he whooped me with one of those weight room squat belts because my dad had a weight room and them little squat belts. Yeah, he whooped me with those. But I remember that, I don't know what it was about, but and then she came in there and she said, I do love you. You know, she come in there and comfort me instead of coming in there, you know. And then I don't know why I remember that because I tried it again. I guess because I tried that again one time after that, and she came in there that time and she was trying to whoop me after that because I was like, you don't love me the second time after she done comfort me the first time, but this time it didn't work like that. She came in there, she already knew what I was trying to do or something, and she came in there trying to whoop my butt. Then it's like, shut up about that. So yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll go with Meg Thee Stallion. And I don't know. I ain't see the interview, but I know I just seen the clip to where like when she answered about the sexual response, and then she kind of paused, like she was thinking about like what's the right thing to say. Like I don't know if you caught that, but then she asked her another question, and she looked out to the right like she was lying.
Right, you could tell a lot about people with their body language.
Yeah.
You know how they move, and then the way. I think they had a lot more going on than, you know, what she's saying. You know, like I said, it's two sides. We wasn't there. We don't know, but you know, it all panned out in the end. You know, God bless all of them. I hope everything works out. You know how it's supposed to work out.
I thought it was a bad move too, cause like they still supposed to be going to court, and whoever her lawyer is, she need to fire that motherfucker. Cause you're not supposed to be doing no interview about something that you're supposed to be going to court for. So
right, yeah, you're supposed to, you know, keep quiet, you know, because anything could be used against you in the court of law.
Yeah, but definitely fire that motherfucker, whoever. Okay, so it was an Instagram post about they was congratulating. They said I'm congratulating my cousin on her new car. It was $360 a month for 84 months, but the car looked like it was 25 years old. So, like, do you have like a worse car purchase that you regret that you made or whatever?
Man, I used to buy and sell cars, so it's like I had a good purchase. Like I bought a old Thunderbird. It was a '96. This was back in '98. No, it was in '98. It was like 2005. But I paid $100 for it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, rolled like a sewing machine. You know what I mean? And then I turned around and sold it for 900. I wish I wouldn't have sold it, but I was just trying to make a quick buck. You know, and it's been a couple of cars I bought. I remember I paid one time I bought a little a Chevy. I can't remember what it is, like a Cavalier or something, man. I pulled right up, got it, and then pulled right off and the engine blew up. Started knocking.
Off a lie, or you got
Nah,
it?
from individual. I got a bunch of, you know, because I used to buy and sell them, because I used to fix them. I'd see them in the Iwana on Facebook Marketplace. They need a fuel pump or something. This is back, like when Advanced Auto Parts used to stay open 24 hours. They don't do that now.
Yeah.
But I'd be out in the yard at 3 in the morning changing a fuel pump at a car, you know, doing stuff like that. All night I'd be up working on the car type stuff. I just like doing it.
So you like a certified mechanic, or you just learn on your own?
I just learn YouTube.
Yeah. That's what's up. I can't even learn how to do. I was looking up some shit like how you like fix a lawnmower. I couldn't figure this shit out for nothing. I kept looking at it, and that shit didn't work. So I can't pick up a lot of this
YouTube
stuff.
is just where it's at. That's how I learned a lot of things.
Okay. In Tennessee recently passed a bill Wednesday that requires drunk drivers to pay child support if they kill a parent and are convicted of vehicular homicide due to intoxication. So what's your thoughts on that?
Say so if they drink it.
If a drunk driver kills a parent, the drunk driver has to pay child support for their child.
If they don't even know each other, right?
Yeah.
I mean that seems fair.
But I look at it like,
I mean, you took that child's means away from them. You know, if they got a kid and they depending on that parent, yeah, you know, you should be responsible. You took their life away.
I look at it like that's having a high standard for just a regular person. And I look at it, if anybody should be made to do that, it should be a police officer, somebody who like a civil servant, and they do something crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like they kill somebody innocent. They should, you know, a parent or something.
I'm saying if you driving drunk like that, you know, you are held to a standard. You know, you're not supposed to be doing that because you got other people on the road whose life is really in your hands depending on how you move. So you should be held to that standard too because you ain't have to do that. You could have waited.
So
I got an Uber because Ubers and all this other stuff is available today. You can call. It's not really no excuse for people to drive drunk. You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying like, so you feel like a regular person on the street should be held to a higher standard than a police officer if they kill somebody like being crazy?
No, I ain't say all that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. We staying on the driving. Like you said that if a drunk driver kills a parent of someone for driving drunk, they gotta pay child support for whatever amount, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. You know, I feel like if that's what they did in that circumstance, then yeah, that seems fair.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of jobs that, you know, you have like I mean, you should be held to a higher standard, like doing certain jobs, and you just pick out like a regular person who drunk driving when there's so many people who kill, and it's just like it's no responsibility for the child. That's how I was looking at it.
Right.
Okay, so it's a Muhammad Ali quote. It says you don't lose if you get knocked down, you lose if you stay down. So I guess like when you've been knocked down, what kind of motivated you to not stay down?
Life. I get by myself. I get in my feelings, you know, and then I get in a zone where like I just get by myself, man, and it's like it's like what I'm gonna do? I can't stay here in this position. I gotta do something, you know. I can't sit here. I mean, I can bitch and complain and all this all day, but if I don't do something about it, ain't nobody gonna come save me. Ain't nobody gonna come get me. So I think that's my motivation, and I just go through like I was saying, like I go through the emotions. I don't try to, block the emotions. I go through them. However I'm feeling, I just go through it. I feel it, but I don't stay in that moment. I don't stay in that place, that mentality. I have to switch out of that. So I go through the emotions, and then I get back to me. I'm like, all right, refocus, recruit, re-energize. Whatever I got to do, meditate. Whatever I got to do to get back to me. Well, if I got to take a break from people, a break from social media, or hit the gym a little bit harder, whatever it may be, go spend some time out in nature to get refocused and get my mind straight. Because my mind's what's going to get me out of there. You know what I mean? When I start thinking better about myself, thinking better about my situation, that's a lot of times when I get in those situations, it's because I'm not being grateful. I have to go back and be grateful. Like, I'm grateful I'm here to experience this. You know what I'm saying? I got something. Because when the good does come, I can look back and see where I came from and be like, dang, now it feels so much better to me. Instead of just somebody just having it and giving it to me without no pain and no struggle, then this shit on this side wouldn't really mean as much as it does to me. You know what I mean? I could say it would, but when you really experience the pain and the struggle and come from the dirt and mud and go through things in life and experience things and then you make it and you be successful, whether it don't even have to be on the TV. You could just be happy and joy. You can have your little house and a little car. As long as you got peace and joy, you already made it. That's how I try to keep a smile on my face no matter what. Even when I'm mad, I just try to catch myself, and then I'm like, I smile, because it's just life is short, man. My sister died last year. This will be a year. Like 2 weeks ago, it's been a year. She's gone, man. I'm like, I can't sit on here and ponder about stuff like that when she's not here. It wouldn't be fair to her, So I just try to enjoy life, man, and not be too caught up on all the bull stuff. I'm gonna go through it. It's a process, That's what it is.
Okay, so R.I.P. to your sister. So give me like one of your best memories of your sister, like y'all growing up or whatever.
I don't know if it's the best memory for her, but we was playing baseball with my other sister. I got two sisters. We was playing with real baseball. She was pitching it, and we was in the yard, and my other sister was playing, and she kept throwing it, just playing. I was like, all right, bet. If you don't throw that ball right this time, I'm gonna hit it wherever it's at you. And then so she did it the same thing. She kind of rolled it, so I caught it where it was. I golfed it, and I hit it right at her forehead. Damn. And as soon as I hit it hit, and it was with a baseball, and I hit it hard as I could. We was probably like 10 or 11. It wasn't really old, but as soon as I hit it, her head swelled up. Like she had a knot out here, like a baseball. I was like, damn. And I was like, oh God, my daddy gonna beat my butt. I'm out there like, oh my God, you okay? I got a bunch of memories. A little black cat came in the yard, scratched her eye. I almost took her eyeball out. My dad tried to kill that cat. I mean, it's all. I mean, that's my sister. We got a bunch of things, but that's one.
That's what's up.
We laugh about that.
Okay, matter of fact, so did you get in trouble for that, or your dad?
Oh yeah, of course I got in trouble for that. Got on restriction. I probably got my butt whooped. Probably some other things. Stuff taken.
Okay, what's something you didn't understand years ago, but it make total sense now?
The process of life. Like, I always hear people say it's not about the end result, it's about the process, it's about enjoying the process. And it's like, you don't understand that until you go through the process, because the process is what makes you become that person you are at the end, So it's like, the person I am today ain't gonna be the person I am tomorrow. The person I am tomorrow ain't gonna be the person I am next week. The person I am today, I'm not gonna be this same person next year. I'm always growing and evolving. I'm always finding new stuff about me out. in this earth, in this life about God, how life works, how it moves. You know, so it's just.
I know Lauren Hill was saying something like that when she came out to perform. She was like, "I gotta reintroduce myself to y'all because I'm a new person."
Right.
So basically, you changing every day, and you end up being a better, a better person, each and every day. Okay, so it's an Albert Einstein quote. He said, "In the middle of every difficulty lies an opportunity." So an opportunity you may have got from like a difficult time. I give you an example. Like when I had got laid off like for like a month and a half, and I ended up getting my endorsements on my CDL, so I ended up getting a job with a hazmat. So basically, if I wouldn't have got off them in them days, I wouldn't have been able to get my endorsement. So like something you did that kind of it was bad that I was laid off, but in return I came back and got something that actually helped me out in the long run. So
yeah, it's been like several opportunities, with business and work, and honestly I can't remember nothing right now. I'm pretty sure I got a lot.
Okay. So what would you say the most valuable moment in your life is?
Right now, this shit right here, what we doing, I'm alive, I'm breathing. I don't know what's gonna happen when I walk out that door. I mean, God willing, I make it home, go to sleep, wake up tomorrow, can carry on. But right now, I'm alive, I'm breathing. I see you striving, want to do better, grow this, I'm around, I see my life changing in front of my eyes, slowly but surely. All this stuff that I prayed about, I'm watching it unfold. I'm around people doing stuff, I mean, we doing an interview. This is, it might not seem much to people, but it's major. This is a major platform. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you saying
So,
that.
it's all about the perception, how you look at things, man, and then being grateful for where I'm at right now. I'm not on Breakfast Club, but I'm on this right. Look, come on. This shit just official. You know what I mean? Look at this. And you, man, look, you killing me with these questions, man. You asking interesting questions. You know what I'm saying? You throwing me off. I'm not prepared. So, it's a beautiful thing.
You intelligent. So, of course, I don't want to ask questions. Would you be like, why the fuck is he asking me?
It don't matter, though. I'm cool with anything. You know what I mean? I ain't too smart for. I don't never want to be too smart for my own good. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I don't know nothing. I'm a student of life. You know what I mean? People try to call me a teacher, but I always consider myself a student first. Always learning. I can learn something from anybody. Anybody.
Okay, so you ain't got no kids yet, right?
I got a kid. I got a daughter.
How old is she?
15.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Did you tell me that already? Or I don't remember.
I don't know if you asked me.
Okay,
on this interview, no.
Okay, so give me some game you might have gave to her, or some game you might need to tell her before she get like a certain age.
No, I just be telling her as I'm going, like, cause she in a relationship, and she was, dealing with boys and all that. I'm just, we have these conversations, and she calls me all the time, like, and asks me stuff, and I'm like, I'm grateful for it. It's just stuff that me and daddy and daughter talk. Like, she'll call me and ask me stuff like, Daddy, what should I do about this? Or why is he acting like this? And she'll listen to me and she'll do it. So, that makes me feel good as a daddy, to be able to guide her and direct her and give her truth. And I keep it 100 with her all the time. I talk to her like I would talk to you, like straight up. And that's how I always want to be.
So do you see yourself having more?
I wanted more. I wanted like 6, but then like I had her, and the worry that came behind her. Like the worry, and I know I said don't worry about stuff, but just being a parent and a father and loving your seed with this the way the world is, and knowing she's got to grow up in it. You always got that. Always have protection over it. They don't have to show it, but it's just there, that worry. Because my grandma would always call me, you know, she's still alive, and I'm grateful for that, but she would always call me. Even to this day, she'll call me and I'll talk to her. She was like, you know, I just be worried about you, Jonathan. You know, I'm like, you ain't got to worry about me, but I see where she's coming from now as a parent myself, you know, with your child and being out in this world, because anything can happen. People are crazy. Not only that, you know, cars don't always operate right. Buildings don't always, you know, structures don't hold strong all the time. You know, anything that light could pop up and blow up. You know, God willing it don't. You know, it's just crazy stuff. So you never know. So yeah, but if I take care of some kids, it's gonna be somebody else's kids. You know, if my girl has kids or something, or you know, in a relationship with her, I take care of somebody else's kids right now, you know, before I even think about having any more. You know, if it's meant for me to have something, I have something. If not, I'm not in no rush.
So do you feel like it's kind of the worry is more because it's a girl? You think it'll be more like that with a boy? You'll be like kind of you'll worry less.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It probably. I mean, yeah, a girl, you know, she made me soft. You know, I was always that hard, but that, you know, you have a daughter, she'll make you soft. You know, you be doing things you didn't think you was doing, but then at the end of the day, you don't really care because that's your child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, you know, and having a boy, I can't say that because I ain't got a boy yet, but it was just say.
Okay, but this happened to me recently. Like, somebody I was cool with, they kind of hit me up and was like, "I don't want no beef. You know, life is too short." So, what's your thoughts on like that kind of situation happening, and like, what can a person do that went too far where you be like, "Hey, yeah, we can't be cool no more."
Man, just the other day, man, yesterday, it's funny you talk about this. Dude hit me up, man. This dude, he said something on Facebook, right? And it was like, remember the white people that what did he say? He said something about remember the white people who thought there was Black Lives Matter type shit. He put BMM or something. He was, you know, and I knew we was cool then, you know, and I don't get all into politics and shit when I say shit because my nephews, you know, they black. My sister, she got triplets. The one that passed away, my other sister's taken, and my niece is black. She's mixed, all of them mixed. But when I get involved with stuff like that, I don't really get into politics to the side. I just really be speaking on, you know, my nephews and my nieces, and you know, the really authenticity. Dang, I can't even say that. Authenticity of the situation. But you know, so I got on there and said, yeah, that was me, type shit. And then so somebody started commenting, somebody started commenting, and then like I ain't paying no attention. I'm working. Next thing you know, I see on his thing, like, I just happened to look back at it, I was like, fuck that old cowboy pussy in the black hat type, and I'm like, who he talking about? Because I got a cowboy hat on, and apparently somebody had commented that I didn't know about under my stuff. Somebody had reported him, but it wasn't me, but he thought it was me. So he done got in my DM, talking about, what's up, green cracker or something. Fuck. Hey, I mean, he started going in. I'm like, boy, chill out like that. Hey, and then he gonna call me on FaceTime, smile. I'm like, I ain't reported to he all mad and stuff. He's like, man, I'm gonna drive to Georgia. And I said, pull up then. You know, you know, he kept talking and going, and then he started talking. I'm like, just pull up. Anytime you're ready, just pull up. Ain't no point. I'm like, man, you sure do talk a lot to be a tough guy type stuff. That's what the shit I was just saying to him. Because we grown man, why you on my shit like this? You know, and he was like, I'm gonna drive to Georgia, all this. I was like, well, pull up. That's all I kept saying, and then he just went on talking about, you know, my past and all that. You know, I was like, you know, at the end of the day, by now I would have been said I reported you, all the shit. You come back at me, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I don't care how you feel. Be mad. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like, I prayed about it. I ain't finna let my spirit I ain't finna worry about you. You ain't finna rent my headspace. God you. You know what I'm saying? I forgive you already. But if you pull up, that's on you. But I mean, you know, I forgive you. But if you pull up now, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? And then I just left it where it is, and I don't even care for it no more. And then you showed me who you was. You been wanting to act like that anyway. To do that off that top, you didn't even give me a chance to say my side of the story. You just running your mouth. So it was like, you know, I wash my hands clean. It's like, boom, there it is. You know, if you pull up after I done said God bless you, then that's on you. You'll find out what it's like being in the wrong neighborhood. That's all I can say.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, so you never knew him before then?
No, I knew him. We had shows together.
Oh, okay.
We had a show together in Augusta. You know, he's from Florida. You know, we've been friends on Facebook. We chop it up every now and then. He called me, you know, because he's a construction worker too, like me. You know, just you know, it just threw me for a loop because I was like, well, I mean, I don't even do that reporting shit. People speak their mind all day. I don't care. I'm not finna report nobody. I'm gonna say what I gotta say too. I'm gonna stand on mine. Shit. But I ain't finna report nobody. People always saying what they gotta say. It's your opinion. Speak it, bro.
I think Facebook, I think they watched it because I could post sometimes I could want to talk about something on my show, so I post a private on my Facebook so I can remember. And Facebook it'll be like it's wrong or it's explicit. So Facebook do it on its own without you even saying that. And it probably wasn't even a person.
I think it was just more like I know that.
Yeah.
And you know, at the end of the day, I just think he wanted to act like that. He been waiting on to say something anyway. It just took that for it to come out.
Yeah.
So now you show me your true colors. I still fuck with you, but I move different now.
Yeah, that was a little petty. Yeah, that was petty. But I'm the type of person, I done had people, you know, they'll get on Instagram and be talking shit, but if they wave the white flag, I'm like, okay, bro, it's not even that serious. Like, I don't even be on that shit. If I see you, I speak to you, especially if you wave the white flag. I don't even be on that shit. But sometimes people oppress me like I'm soft, I'm sweet, because I do this kind of stuff. So they don't really be knowing who you are for real. So it's like I have to forgive them because you don't really, you know what I'm saying, they don't really know. But okay, where we gonna go? Okay, a job. Okay, when a job like shorts you your check, like I guess like, is it wise to like blow up about it, or do you quit, or like what's your response to that? They do it more than one time.
I mean,
for you, like a customer, like if you do somebody, you build something, and they come to you and be like, this all I got.
I mean, it's just different. I guess, you know, if they communicating with me, you know, and trying, it's different than somebody who's not, or not putting forth effort, or you can see they not, or they doing stuff on purpose. But if they communicating with me and the relationship's good, you know, I'm understanding, because you never know what people are going through, you know. So, but in our reality, if you speaking on somebody like working at McDonald's and they getting a check every week and they not getting all their money, then that's a whole different story. Why is they doing that? Type stuff. But as a business owner and me dealing directly with a customer, it's different. Unless, you know, if we haven't worked out something, or we just had a relationship, or, you know, they being communicative with me, you know. That's even with like credit card companies and stuff like that, because I had to learn that, man. If you don't have good credit, you don't really got that. You gotta get that credit right, man. I've been my credit ain't been right, but it's right now, you know. And it's just like communicating. You can go a long way just by communicating. That's in any type of relationship. Just communication is key.
Okay. A moment you were weak and the person you love like made it like a worse situation.
Say that again.
A moment you was weak and like
I was weak.
Yeah, a moment that you might have been weak, and like the person you with or you love, they kind of made the situation like worse. Like the way they talked to you or like how they treated you.
I mean, that's like, you know, that's like my ex, my baby mama, you know. That's a whole nother story right there. That's in the past there. That's a whole like.
You don't want to talk about it.
That's a whole. Hey, God bless her over there, man. You know. Hey, yeah.
So could you get back with her? Like if she came to you and say, "Look, I fucked up. You solid. Let's work this shit out."
No, I don't have no first idea when they first, we first separated. I mean, we've been separated for a while. She done been married and she with another dude now. She happy and I'm happy for her. We all cool, So I ain't here to speak bad on her, nothing like that, because we have a good relationship now. But I do, at times I do talk about what we went through, because you never know what it might help another person, so that's where we're at.
So give me something positive that she gave to you, like maybe some game or something you learned from her.
Credit. She got good credit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
what's up.
hey, she keep that credit good.
That's what's
Pay them
up.
bills on time too.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess so. Tell me about your latest projects and how people can buy your merch and all that kind of stuff. Let me hold up your shirt if I can get this out.
Well, I'm working on. I have a lot of stuff going on, really. We got a show coming up Friday at the Cigar Lounge for Chief, the owner Chief. It's his birthday. It's a cowboy themed thing. I'm headlining this show. Y'all welcome to come out. You're welcome to come out too. I think you went last week. You went to Jazz's thing?
Yeah.
But it's this Friday too. It's a show you can come.
I'm off Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes I work 6 days though.
You can go to the Kowboi, www.thekowboi.com.
I like that shit.
Yeah, hey, and you can all social media, the Kowboi, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, OnlyFans, anything. The Kowboi. Nah, I just fucking. I need to get one. Hey, but everything, the Kowboi, YouTube, the Kowboi, everything. We got the award show coming up Saturday with the Black Only Soul Awards coming up in Scottsdale, Georgia, and then after that we got the after party, and then also we got the Drop TV that I got picked for, the reality TV show. Me and 30 other contestants. We're gonna start filming soon in the next couple of weeks. So follow the Drop TV on IG so you can stay up to date with that.
Okay, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. And
yeah, man.
I guess
Always a pleasure.
You're gonna be a repeat guest, so I guess when you drop something else, I'll try to get you back on here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And literally, it's no pressure, man. And we out. We'll see y'all next week, man.
Hey, country made me, streets raised me, God save me. It's the Kowboi, baby. Let's get it.
All right.